What is going on? We are back, baby. Happy Monday. Welcome to the extras. Hope y'all had a great weekend. I see we got a few people in chat already. I appreciate you being here. Let me scroll up. It looks like, oh, okay. Nance was first in the chat. All by himself for a little bit. Nice work. Eating all of the wires inside of the computer. He says this is definitely hazardous, eating this many wires.
We're considered a hazardous building.
It's definitely a hazardous building. Gonna cost lots of okay, hold on.
Thanks for the 20 bandos.
Becky in there too. What is going on, Becky? And Nugget Man. Nugget Man says, yo, first person not chatting with myself. What is going on? The Nugget myth, the Nugget legend, Nugget Man. Thank you for being here. Hope you had a good weekend. Becky as well. Hope you did. I saw your scores from Bowling League. Steady going up, man. That average is climbing. I got my high noon ready. I got a new topic today. This is honestly, before I started researching this, I had no idea what this thing was. Zero idea. It's called Zen. Okay, and I thought I watched like 4 videos about it, and I was like, oh, it's caffeine. It's not caffeine, guys. It's not. It's dip. They just have a cool Gen Z name for it. The Z's right in there, you know? Nugget says, I think Meech is with Taylor Swift at the game tonight. Hey, all right. That's awesome. Nan says, Taylor, never heard of him. That's right. Up in the club seats in the VIP lounge. Nugget says, what is the topic today? So these are... Nugget Man, I'm sure you've seen... Now, like, growing up, and people who chewed tobacco were doing what's called chaw, which is like big, nasty glob of chewing tobacco, right? And they, like, spit a bunch and whatever. Well, this new thing is like snooze. I remember in college, snooze was a big thing. And basically that was tobacco in a pouch. And it wasn't as messy. And supposedly you didn't have to spit with it. This is nicotine, but no tobacco? Something, I don't know. It's nicotine salts is what it is. And so because it doesn't contain actual tobacco, the regulations on it are a little bit like kind of questionable. So yeah, it's definitely not good. It's definitely not good. Eric Freeze in the chat as well. Hope you had a good weekend, my man. Meech in there too. She says, I have no idea what Zen is. I didn't either. I thought it was caffeine. Even after the first few videos I watched, I was like, oh, it's like a caffeine supplement. Because the first way I found it was just watching people trying it for the first time. So we'll check out a couple of those. Black Magic says the Busta Rhymes concert on Friday was amazing. I go to a lot of rap shows, and this was fantastic. Seeing him do his thing live was a treat. That is so awesome. That's great to hear. I'm glad you had a great time, and also glad that Busta is still putting on a good show, because that's you know, as the artists that we love start to get older, we appreciate their tours that much more, you know? So... Falcor in there. What is going on, Falcor? Eric says, so is it drip? It is, I don't know exactly what it is. It is nicotine and acids used to form nicotine salt. So we'll get into what nicotine salt is and all of that too. Black Magic says, if you like hip hop and you ever have a chance to see him, definitely go. I definitely would. If he was around here, I would make the drive. Falcor says they are pouches. Yeah, they are. They're like little pouches. It's just like snus. If you've seen snus before, I'll pull up a picture of it. Meech says Busta is one of the all-time faves. I'm glad he's still putting on the shows. Me too. Me too. That's good to hear. Did he play all the old classic stuff? I hope he did. I know he has some new stuff out there, so. If I didn't hear Break Your Neck, I'd be real sad. Hold on a second. Pull up a picture here. There we go. There's some Zin right there. So it comes in these little tins like chewing tobacco does, except in the tin is like little pouches full of chemicals. And the kids are addicted to them. Black Magic says it was mostly old stuff. Oh, that's sweet. Becky says, I remember kids in high school using the pouches. Yes, I remember that too, because they would say that you don't have to spit. So they would use them in, I remember in high school, people were using it in class. And when I was doing this research, I found a teacher who said that children in her high school that she teaches at are addicted to it. And I was like, man, that's wild that children are doing this nicotine product. And then I was like, wait a second. When I was in high school, they had a similar thing, and the kids were definitely doing it then. So, yeah, it's not really that surprising. Real Busta, not a hologram, Nuggetman says. That's right. No hologram show. You gotta see the real thing while we still can. Eric says it looks like snuff. Yeah, it's basically the same stuff, but what it is nicotine salt, okay? And nicotine salt is arguably more dangerous than just regular nicotine. Nugget says, I remember kids packing the containers and it stunk when opened. Yeah, it definitely does not smell good. It's not a pleasant thing. Especially those, like, cups with the spit in them. Like, ew. I hated that. Okay, so basically, in the 70s, a company called R.J. Reynolds, who manufactures a lot of tobacco products, including like Camel cigarettes and a bunch of others, okay? They started to do some research about nicotine salts, and they found that they could introduce way more nicotine into someone's system per hit with these nicotine salts because it's way more concentrated amount of nicotine. But even R.J. Reynolds in the 70s and 80s realized, like, okay, we probably shouldn't use this stuff because it's actually really super addictive because there's so much more nicotine in there than in a regular cigarette. And people people don't really understand that. So, so this article here that I'm referencing is about how Juul found this research from R.J. Reynolds, and they used that as their business model, essentially. They're like, hey, look, here's an internal memo about securing a larger segment of the youth market. By boosting nicotine, the company could generate faster and more intense addictions among the youngest clients, securing decades of business. But a key challenge was to make nicotine palatable. The chemical had been used as an insecticide since colonial times, and 3 drops on the tongue could be lethal, according to Robert Proctor, a cigarette historian at Stanford. People couldn't inhale hefty doses without vomiting. So, the solution was to make the nicotine salts by combining high pH nicotine with a low pH acid, okay? And, so they talk about how they, generated the nicotine salts and whatever. 1979 was when R.J. Reynolds first, really released their, the findings of their investigation. And it wasn't really released. This was a confidential memo. But they got a patent for the nicotine salts, okay? And so Juul took this technology, basically, that even cigarette companies were like, whoa, okay, this is really powerful, but they didn't. R.J. Reynolds never ended up using nicotine salts in any of their products, okay? But the vape companies seized on that because they could take their flavors and combine it with these nicotine salts, and people could get a large amount of nicotine in one hit. So like regular, what they call freebase e-liquid, nicotine liquid would contain like 3 or 6 milligrams per milliliter, versus nicotine salts can be 20, 30, 50 milligrams per milliliter. So it's a ton more nicotine, and because it's the way the chemistry of it being a salt supposedly helps it absorb quicker into your bloodstream. So that's what nicotine salt is. Becky says, oh, making that noise with their finger on it. Yes. Oh my God, I hate it. Man, I hated that so much. You gave me a flashback to something I detested about those kids that did the dip in high school. Yes, they always did that thing where they would snap their finger on the tin. Yeah. Becky says, oh, but vapes are safer. That's right. Well, see, vapes are cool with this generation. They don't think smoking's cool anymore. So we have to find a new cool way that the young kids think is cool to sell nicotine. And this is it. Eric says, it was vaping for us. They'd be smoking weed in the restrooms, locker rooms, back of the bus, and the unlocked closets around school. Oh, jeez. Nugget says, anything packaged as salt or nicotine is obviously not healthy, which makes it all addictive and yummy. I agree. If you got nicotine or a bunch of salt in something, you probably shouldn't ingest it. Just my opinion. I'm not a doctor, okay? But if you do want to hear from some doctors, I can point you in the right direction. But, so R.J. Reynolds figures this out, right? Well, now people are starting to get wise to the vaping, right? You know, the teachers are busting the kids with the vaping, so what are they going to do to get their super nicotine fix? Because now that they're hyper addicted to 50 milligram per milliliter nicotine salts, and they can't vape in chemistry class, What is a high schooler to do, right? Oh my god, if you're a child watching this, please don't. Don't start, okay? I take it from someone who has quit smoking. It is terrible, it's hard. Never start. Just, that's the easiest way, is just not to start, and just, if your friends are all doing it, just make fun of them instead of joining them, okay? Okay, but essentially, this is just straight nicotine salt right into your bloodstream with, like, some different flavors. And, of course, they say the flavors were not made to make it more appealing to children, but as we've seen in this research here from 2019, where they reference the R.J. Reynolds research from 1979, they clearly were concerned about the product being palatable to young people, because they know that if they can get them hooked young, they'll be on the nicotine for life. And that's what happened. So, now you also have a bunch of vape users that are trying to quit vaping. And they kind of sold this as not like a safer, but the kids think it's a safer method, like kind of in the way that vaping was like safer than smoking. This is now looked at as safer than vaping by the uneducated, when obviously they're all very dangerous and unhealthy, and you should not do them. Becky says, I'm still smoke-free. That is great, Becky. That is good to hear. That is great to hear. Okay, so here is... Now, this guy, he's got this, he's got the, voice modulator thing that's popular on TikTok on his thing, but he's talking about trying Zyn for the first time, okay? So this is, if I've not been clear enough, it's a little pouch that you put in your mouth. If you've never seen someone do dip before, you put it between your gum and your lip, or like the inside of your cheek, basically. And it is gross. Becky says, I have no desire to smoke. It is the worst smell ever to me. Yes, cigarettes smell disgusting. Eric says, congratulations, Becky. Yeah, it's funny about bowling alleys, because all of the bowling alleys, still smell like cigarettes, even though smoking in buildings has been outlawed for I don't know how long here. The smoke smell just does not leave. Nugget says, my father and ex-wife both died from stage 4 lung cancer. Jeez. That's so terrible. I'm so sorry to hear that. I lost my grandfather to lung cancer as well. Nicotine is a really powerful thing, and it gets a hold of you. It is so hard to quit. I mean, honestly, the hardest thing I ever did was quitting smoking. It's crazy. Nugget says, how long, Becky? Yes, how long has it been since you quit? Okay, so here is this guy's going to tell us about his first time experience trying the Zyn.
Did you guys also think you were gonna die the first time you tried Zyns? Because I genuinely thought I was having an allergic reaction, and I didn't realize that the whole fighting for your life, trying not to throw up, the nausea, was all part of the first Zyn experience. And I just...
Fighting for your life, nausea, it's just part of the experience, guys. We're just fighting for our lives. Little nausea, no big deal.
It was all over for me.
Yeah. Wow. Crazy. Becky says 3 years. Nice. That's awesome, Becky. Congratulations. Yeah, Eric says it's like poison. I meant snuff. Yeah, it is like poison. Exactly. And, this is a streamer called Neon, and these are clips from when he tried Zyn for the first time, okay?
Can I try it? Try it.
That's Neon right there.
I usually can't, like, what's that? It's like flavorful addiction?
It kind of.
No, you really do.
To be like sitting on the patio and life happens as it passes you by. Yeah.
So already it does not seem like a pleasant thing to try. Nugget says Vegas 2 used to still stink like cigarettes, but now it's all weed. Oh. Yeah, the weed covers up the old cigarette smell inside the old bowling alleys, right? And there's another podcaster, okay? He tried Zyn for the first time because his guest brought it, okay? And his guest, now first of all, this is Lemon Pepper Productions, okay? This is the Lemon Pepper podcast. I'm not exactly sure what the topic is here, but they've changed the title because a viral moment happened during this. Now, so I'm just gonna let this play. Now, the gentleman that has the green microphone there to the right of the guy who's patting the sweat off of his forehead, okay? The guy in the green is the guest, okay? And our man on the left, he is one of the hosts, and he is trying Zyn for the first time, and it's hitting him kind of strange. He's sweating a little bit. He's not really feeling like himself. And if you look closely, where he keeps putting his hand on his pants, you can tell his hands are sweating profusely because there's actually sweat on his pants where he keeps putting his hands, right? And he, he's still talking. He's trying to be in the conversation, but you can tell he is just going through it, man. He's sipping some water. He doesn't feel good. Eric says they need to add the skull and crossbones logo to the packaging. Yeah, definitely. See, these things aren't regulated, so they can put whatever they want on there. Becky says, oh yeah, that definitely, the weed stinks, for sure. Nugget says, I'm just remembering bath salts, not any good videos of that stuff, too. Oh my gosh, bath salts were that was a wild time. But yeah, so my man, he's not doing well with his first try of the Zyn pouches, okay? But he's trying to play along because I believe his guest there was the one who offered it to him to try. And he said at the beginning that he had never done any kind of nicotine or any kind of tobacco product, but he was trying to be subtle about it, you know what I'm saying? But so they come back from break and they all have their PPE on. And my man has changed clothes because it hit him a little sideways. And so learn from him and Lemon Pepper Productions. Sorry, I don't know that gentleman's name. Yeah, definitely don't try it for the first time on camera. Missing says, what's up, bro? Do you do Zyn? No, I don't, actually. Do you? Have you tried it? I'm curious what it's like, okay? I've got some videos of some people who tried it who, like, aren't nicotine users. So I'm kind of, I'm curious. Because before today, honestly, I had no idea what it was. Before I started researching this, I did not know what Zyn even was. But if you go over to TikTok, there are literal children just selling it.
My girlfriend's first time trying Zyns.
just, this is like the brain dead, like, Gen Z TikTok voice, but like, I don't know why his eyes are so open and like, why they have to do this voice. And why do you have to make your girlfriend do it? You're gonna give her a 40 milligram pouch for her first try of nicotine? Gross.
Did you just swallow it? She just did this completely wrong. You're supposed to put them in your upper lip like this.
Now I'm geeking.
She's geeking right now off the 40 milli pouches. These things have 40 milligrams of caffeine in them plus vitamins, so the
Caffeine? What is this? Oh, okay. This is a caffeine snooze. This popped up when I was in my research, and I didn't even catch it that this isn't Zyn. They're popping little caffeine things this child is selling here.
you can stay healthy. The reason I like these is because they have both a mid flavor and a Red Bull one. If you do buy these, please
Oh, and you look really cool with that, like, gross pouch hanging out. This looks like his peeps. I feel like Mikey is gonna pop up in this video. For real, dude. This definitely seems on brand for Mikey. I bet he has tried the Zyn. Okay, this is another person who's obviously like selling.
First time.
Okay, this is a guy who's selling the Zyn. Okay, he's doing a little link in
First time
bio,
trying a Zyn.
Zinfluencer. Okay, hashtag Zinfluencer.
Ugh. Apparently,
You
I was doing this
swallowed
wrong.
the
You're supposed
whole
to put it in
thing.
your upper lip.
Gross.
I think I'm buzzing, but this is the
I
mango
think I'm
flavor.
buzzing
I don't even think
'cause
my friends think this
just
exists
touched
because
my
they
mouth.
only use the mint ones. But each one of these has 100 milligrams of caffeine in them. It also
Caffeine
even
in
comes
it?
with nootropics in it. I'm kind of dumb though.
See, this is like a psyop. This is what I get for not watching these videos all the way through. They say it's Zyn, but it's like these little caffeine things. Okay, so they're obviously marketing this to kids. Here is this girl is a teacher, and she has a little skit about how it's so popular with her students. Eric says, why do you want it to taste like Red Bull? That's a good question.
Eyes up here. Is that a Zyn in your mouth? No? No? Okay, go spit it out and then head down to the office. I will call them and tell them that you're coming.
Gross.
I didn't say to spit it out on
Ew,
me.
dude. I hope that didn't really happen
Go to
her.
the office. Just go and never come back.
That's pretty nasty. I did not realize how popular this stuff was, and it's really mostly kids doing this. Here is a here's another person advocating for the Zyn. She says it's demure and mindful. I disagree.
See how I pop my Zen in?
Ew,
Very
God,
demure,
that's so
very
gross.
mindful. I don't bring attention.
She's showing you how to pop it in a demure and mindful way, but it's disgusting. And if you're mindful about your health, you wouldn't be doing this gross stuff. Like, dude, I cannot see past a girl doing this. I don't know why.
Demure.
Like, a
I'm not
dude
taking up
dipping is
space
like,
with a
whatever, you want to
charger.
ruin your life,
Very
fine. But
mindful.
it just seems like women are smarter than this to, like, do stupid stuff like this. And, Nugget, man.
I don't need those big clouds around me. I don't bring attention to myself. Very cutesy, very demure.
Oh, okay. So she's saying it's cuter to do this than to vape. Okay. I get her point. I get the anti-vaping point for sure. Nugget, I did not click on the full vid. I wouldn't either. I don't know if I would want to talk to a person like actually just have a conversation with someone who's doing this. Like, gross. I don't know. That's nasty. Ladies, Is this the new thing with the? Okay. Oh, actually, hold on. There's one girl that said, "Are the girlies doing it?" Here we go. Sorry, that was. Oh my G, Audrey Rose on TikTok there, if you want to check out her page. But okay, here, are the girlies doing it?
Are the girlies doing Zen? Are they doing nicotine patches? Are they doing the nicotine mints?
Daphne.
The gum? Someone tell me. Every time I've gone out over the last couple months, the girls are popping the Zins, they're chewing the gum. Even the wellness girlies are doing it. I'm like,
ew, they're doing gum
is it better for me than
the
drinking? Because
Zin?
they don't drink as much when they do it. Piqued my interest.
Ew.
Dr. Huberman has talked about it. It's piqued my interest. Should I try it?
No. Counterpoint, no.
Should we try it together? Are you doing it?
No.
This
also
is a question
no.
for the girlies. Oh no, the boys are doing
I mean,
it,
I'm not
but
a girly.
They're not in our lane, okay. I
but
actually
I'm
was DMing
saying-
with my girlfriend yesterday, and she told me she does the coffee Zen. So Zen has coffee flavors now, and she says she doesn't feel like she has to drink at all when she goes out when she does it. I'm not telling you to go and buy Zins. I've never done it.
Are they just in denial about the fact that it has nicotine in it, or do they think that it's something else and it's safer? I don't. He says, "Are you sure, Nugget?" Eric says, "Taking anything like this isn't cute." Yeah, exactly. It is not cute to be dipping. Sorry, I don't care what kind of dip you have. A lot of people in the comments are like, "Oh, I quit Zin using Grizzly." That's a kind of dip, if you don't know. Nugget says, "That's my story, Becky, and I'm sticking to it." Crooked Orchids, what's going on? She says, "Oh my god, who are these people?" Crooked Orchids, we are talking about Zin nicotine pouches, which are nicotine salt that you shove into your mouth face, and the nicotines go right into your bloods. And it's not good. It's not good. The kids are doing it. I don't know why. Okay, so... So, hold on. I think I gotta mute this one. Trying to be cool is hard, okay? She says, "Respectfully, how do you Zin lovers do it? This thing burned a hole in my gums and made me nauseous." Yes, that is what it does. That is what happens when you do a nicotine product in your mouth. Yeah. Gross, dude. No, not cool. Not cool. Yeah. That's a young person, and they're all in the comments you just have to keep going till you like it. I projectile vomited in school when I tried my first Zin. That happened when you tried your first one and you kept doing it after that? What? This person says, "I don't even get buzzed no more. Had one in my mouth for 20 minutes and about threw up. Zins make my stomach hurt." Yeah, because they're swallowing the juice. They're not spitting like with the gross tobacco. And it's not good. It's not good to swallow that stuff. Whatever that stuff is that you're swallowing, they have to use some sort of chemical to smooth out the harshness of the nicotine salts. And I don't know what those chemicals are, but it's not going to be good. If you look at the ingredients on a tin, it just says nicotine, salts, and flavor stuff. So you don't really get any info. Kids need to keep these out of their faces. Yes, I agree. I agree, KO. Yeah. The dizziness starts to feel fun. I popped 5 for the sake of science. The way my body felt like it was shutting down. 4 is the max. 4 is the max is a scary thing because they have 40 milligram pouches. So if you took 4 of those, That's 160 milligrams, and you could very easily overdose on nicotine and just die. Like, I'm surprised this isn't sending more kids to the hospital, honestly. Eric says, why do people try this stuff over and over when it destroys their body? Right? They do it the first time, and they're like, oh, that was crazy. Oh, well, you just have to keep doing it until it doesn't affect you negatively. Like, what? Okay, so this girl says, I quit zinning 5 days ago. Here's my experience. Zinning. It's a verb now.
So I officially quit zinning about 5 days ago, and this is how I feel before and after. So I've been zinning, or I did zin for about 5 months, and then I stopped zinning actually 5 days ago. So when I was on the zins, I didn't realize that the zins was causing it, and I tried to cope with it with the zins, but I had really bad anxiety. So bad.
Yeah.
Really bad insomnia. I had insomnia, anxiety, stomach issues. I was always...
Yeah, because nicotine is a stimulant. So when you do a ton of it, it will make you anxious and keep you awake. So if you're trying to sleep, nicotine, a stimulant, is not a good thing.
Getting sick. I had gum, like my gums, like they kept like getting really raw. And so I was having like gum issues.
Yeah, that's weird. Gums start getting
lazy,
raw.
depressed.
It's almost like your body is trying to tell you, hey, you shouldn't be doing this.
I was lazy, I got depressed, you guys. Literally, I know this is not everybody's experience, but this was mine. And I was coping with everything with the zins. With the zins. Like, I was like coping.
See, that's nuts. Like, she's feeling the effects of Zin, and she's like noticing, oh my gosh, it's giving me anxiety. Oh my gosh, it's making me not be able to sleep. And her solution was to do more. Oh my god, dude. I'm sorry to laugh. It's just like, that's crazy to me. Like, oh wow, this stuff is affecting me negatively. I better double my dosing.
With these symptoms, with what was causing it. And so 5 days ago, I quit cold turkey. Like, I had enough. Like, I kind of had like a sneaking suspicion that it was like the zins were causing it.
That's great. Good job.
I never felt that way before I started zinning. Right. So I took it. So I took it away. And I tell you guys, I feel back to normal. I feel like
amazing. She's back to normal, y'all. She's back to normal.
Life again. So if you're thinking about quitting, just do it.
Yes, that is great advice. You definitely should do that. This girl said she did Zin and she doesn't feel real. Girlies, don't ask to try a Zin just because your man has some. I blacked out and threw up multiple times, and I still don't feel real. If something made me feel like I wasn't real, like, doesn't that cause concern? Like, aren't you worried about that? Aren't you worried about how, hey, this is affecting me this way? My boyfriend does it every day. I wonder how it's affecting him, right? I mean, maybe you're thinking that. Maybe you're not. This guy, he did Zin for 3 years, okay? Nugget says, a morning cigarette and coffee would make me run to the toilet. Right? Yeah, how about 200 milligrams of nicotine straight to the gums? Good morning. I mean, these kids...
This is my story on Zins and why I had...
Some of them are doing them in the middle of the night. They wake up at 3 in the morning and they can't sleep, so they pop one of these things in their mouth. And you're only supposed to have this in your mouth for like 30 minutes. And they'll have it in their mouth all night. Like, multiple people in the comments talked about finding them in their bed. That's gross. Okay? Like it's not gross enough that you're doing this. You need a stimulant to sleep? It makes no sense to me. Okay. But okay, this is This is a Giga Chad Dip telling us how Zins ruined his life. Okay.
This is my story on Zins and why I had to stop taking them because of the negative benefits they caused me. I am a little bit touchy on the subject, so if I...
The negative benefits, guys. We had to stop taking them because of the negative benefits.
Set you up, then guys, like, don't harass me about it. I recently just got off of Zins, and
I will not harass you, brother.
Years, guys. The last
I support your quitting journey.
I originally did it to get off of the smoking and to make my lungs better or healthier, I guess you can say. But to the little knowledge I have, guys, Zins are just as bad for.
Also, how long could you have been smoking, my friend? You look like you're very young. To say, oh, I needed these to get off of cigarettes is crazy. That's crazy. I mean, my man looks very young. Maybe he just has a young face and he's like 29 or something, but...
You as smoking, like... just hear me out. Having a polluted mouth is just as bad as... or just as bad for you as smoking. Like...
Yeah. They are.
Just hear me out. Having a polluted mouth is just as bad as having polluted lungs. You might wonder what that means. I'm telling you guys, the things that are in these Zins, you truly do not know what are in these things. When you go to the back of your Zin pouch, it says the ingredients contain nicotine, salt, and other food-grade ingredients. Let me just show you guys what these other food-grade ingredients do and what they even are. Zins contain these...
Oh, wait. My man did the homework. He did more research than me? Hold on a second.
Harmful and potential harmful constituents called HP.
Harmful and potentially harmful constituents. In 2 novel nicotine pouch products in comparison with regular smokeless tobacco products and pharmaceutical nicotine replacement therapy products. Okay, so this is a 2023 study where they compared Zin with traditional dip and snooze, basically.
THCUs. And these things, guys, are deadly. And what that stands for is harmful and potential harmful constituents. And I know we're talking about Zins here, but cigarette smoke contains more than 6,000 of these chemicals. And this is why I started to take these King Dip pouches. These are filled with nootropics and caffeine to give you...
Don't go to the nootropics and the caffeine pouches, okay? You don't need a pouch to live. I guarantee it. You can quit doing that, and eventually you'll be fine. Okay? Speaking from experience there, you will definitely be fine. It sucks for like 2 days. I am still not sure if this is a skit or satire or what, but if this girl's being serious about how it's making her feel, how are you not concerned for yourself and your own health? And then also... your man who's eating 10 of these a day. Me trying to walk after putting one of my boyfriend's Zins in for 10 seconds. But she did have to set the camera up, though. Here's the Zin. I don't know. Let's see what the comments say. How do I get used to this? Oh my god, me right now, girl. Don't drink the water. I think they're saying don't swallow it. Yeah. She says, in response to how do I get used to this, don't try to. We don't need a new habit. That's good advice. KO, I have no idea, dude. That's Skylar Rochelle Meyer. I think she's being funny, but also, like, that's a little concerning. Now, this dude is saying, for safety, so the cancer can't get you, all you got to do is rotate, okay? And a little context for this one. Their terminology for the Zin is if you have it in your upper lip, that's the upper deck, and your lower lip is the lower deck, okay? That's just, I don't know why. That's the verbiage around it, okay? So here's rotate for safety.
Guys, if you're popping Zins at the rate that...
This is Wiggins Golf Please don't listen to what this man has to say, but yeah, it's out here. So
If it zins at the rate that I know you are, you gotta rotate that shit. Upper deck, lower deck, left, right, hit all 4 corners. You cannot let the cancer know your next move. A rotation a day keeps the gum disease away. Follow for more life tips.
Wow. Yeah. Yeah, that's right. Rotate. Row your boat. Rotate. Yes. I don't know, dude. I hope he's being facetious there, because that's not good advice. The way you prevent getting negative health effects from dipping and doing nicotine is to not do dip and nicotine. So here is they also have a rewards program for Zyn. Rotation a day keeps the cancer away. Yeah, that's right. Now, this girl says, I just found out that Zyn has rewards, so I texted my man and told him to save his cans at work. And he sends this, while the Red Hot Chili Peppers plays in the background. Can't stop addicted to the shindig. So I was like not sure what I was looking at first, but if you look on the ledge here, where he's playing cards with his buddy here, on the ledge, those are all Zyn Tims. So it looks to be a few hundred of them there. That guy's definitely got a bit of a problem. Yeah. But see, like, she's jazzed about the reward points and not the real reason that she should be upset, which is that her dude is spending tons of money and also getting the negative benefits, as our friend said, the negative health benefits of doing the nicotine. So we've heard from her before. This is Jadis on TikTok, and she had a really funny take on this. I really agreed with this. Like, I felt like this is pretty obvious, but I guess I don't know. I'm stupid. Oh wait, sorry. I have it muted still because of the chili peppers.
To Zins, and there's like a Zins epidemic right. The New York Times just posted an article about how guys are addicted to Zins, and there's like a Zins epidemic right
I don't know if it's just guys, but okay, go off.
now. And I'm just like, nicotine addictive, fork found in kitchen. Like, this is not news. Why is it that every time nicotine is
That's right, nicotine is addictive. Fork found in kitchen.
Why is it that every time nicotine is repackaged, we jump on it and then we act surprised? We're like, oh my god.
I thought vaping
I'm
was
addicted
healthy.
to nicotine in a new form?
What?
How? It's a new form. Like, I'm just so dead, dude. She's got me. Nicotine's got me.
Every generation has their new safe form of nicotine. But this girl made a video asking why Zyn was cool, and I read through
Question
the
for
comments.
the nicotine Gen Zers. If you're not a nicotine Gen Zer,
Abby
keep
Hunt on
scrolling.
TikTok.
Genuinely, as somebody who has never smoked a cig, never vaped, never done any of that just because of my own choice, what's going on with Zyn? I saw somewhere that Gen Z was like out with vaping. Vaping is not cool anymore, and everyone's...
So, top comment is, we're all hooked and Zyn isn't gonna give you popcorn lung. So the kids are now saying that vaping is bad, but Zyn is fine. I see, this is a lack of education right here, dude. This is scary. We graduated college and had to get office jobs. It's not that Zins are cool, I'm just extremely addicted to nicotine, and when I'm in public, Zins are easier to hide than a massive cloud of smoke from my vape. Zins are great. They're safe, low profile, and cheap. I would argue that they're none of those things, but okay. Been doing a can a can a day for 2 years and don't have any problems. Well, Steve, I hate to break it to you. It's not an immediate thing. This is... Man, that is terrifying to read. Oh my gosh. I don't even want to read these things out loud, dude. It's just a bunch of people talking about how safe it is to do this and how dangerous it is to do everything else. Like, what the... Dude. I feel like this is performative, but like here, this girl made this video, like, counting how many zins my boyfriend does in a day. And the song No Broke Boys is playing in the background. So here he is. This is like so performative. He's like, you know, taking it, his little, babe, film me. Babe, I'm about to put another one in my mouth. Film me, babe. Babe, get your phone out, babe. Look. Don't worry, he had a 6th and a 7th, but I forgot to record. She's making this gross face, but like, my man, take the hint. She's telling you it's gross. Stop doing it. It's pretty obvious. This is not a healthy thing. KO says the babies love the sweet tar of tobacco, doctor's orders in a timely, yeah, old-timey voice. Yes, exactly, dude. I don't get it. Like this video right here, this dude is just talking about his favorite Zin flavors, okay? This video has 775,000 views. What? 86,000 likes.
I've ever tried is cucumber lime at number 17. If you like cucumber lime Gatorade, you'll love this flavor.
775,000
I think it's
people
one of the worst
watched
flavor
this.
combinations to ever exist. Don't know why I thought I'd like the Zin version of it, and no surprise, I don't. It's absolutely terrible. At number 16, we have Deep Freeze. This one is menthol, and
I mean, if you're interested in that, fine. But like, this concerning to me that you can do a video just basically talking about your personal preferences on flavors of a product, and you have this many views on TikTok. That's telling me the kids are on here and they're looking it up. They're doing it. I don't know. That is concerning. KO says these are bots. I wish they were. I really wish they were. This girl started noticing the side effects of the Zin. KO says, why are people watching this? I worry about you now, Drew. Honestly, I didn't even know what Zin was like 3 hours ago. So, outside of researching for this, I did not even know what this is. Yes. But 775,000 people thought that was a cool video and watched it. I mean, big props, dude. You know, he has an awesome beard. I'll give him that. He's a very stylish gentleman. It just is concerning to me how popular that video is, and he's essentially just, not to demean his content, but he's just talking about his favorite flavor. That's all it is. That's worrisome. But yeah, so here's a girl noticing the side effects and still doing it anyway.
I swear that I have aged so much,
Number one, like, what, since you graduated high school like 10 minutes ago? What, you've aged so much since when? Like, you're very young to be talking about how you're aging, but okay.
I have aged so much since I started using these things.
Div on TikTok.
You can tell it is just here. It is just my smile lines. I am 1000% losing collagen. Like in this
1000% losing collagen, guys. You've heard it here first.
Area. Maybe I need to switch to like lower deck.
Do you hear yourself?
Maybe that was my issue.
Do you hear yourself?
Okay, we're gonna try lower deck for a month, and I'm gonna update you guys. Okay?
Do you hear yourself? Good God! Oh man, I really hope you quit doing that, Greta. Good luck in your journey of quitting. But they got my boy Baker. I thought he was untouchable, you know? But these guys we can't play that music. Okay, so this is Baker Mayfield. Quarterback for the Buccaneers. Popping a little Zin. They got him. Yeah. So you gotta be a good role model, Baker. You can't be doing that stuff out on the field. So now this girl, yeah, it's Baker Mayfield. Sorry, did I say the wrong name? Oh my God. All right. Yeah, we're doing great. Okay, so this girl, KO says, tell her to stay out of the sun 1000%. Don't care. Yes, stay out of the sun. Yes, to preserve your skin for sure. Now, this girl has discovered the Zin rewards program, and she doesn't do the Zins, but her man does, so she's used it to her advantage here. Plain just don't like you. Just always the music. Those are some nice Ariats right there. I like the choice. But she got her some free boots from Zin Tins, apparently. I'm not gonna show the Zin, I guess. Okay. Okay, here, hold on. What is this one? She wants him to quit. Ladies, tell me how you got your man to quit Zin. I'm not talking hid his container or threw it out. I'm talking diabolical methods. Now, hold on. I didn't mean to click on that one. I searched the comments on that one, and I did not find any diabolical methods. So if you have any diabolical methods for getting your man to quit doing the Zins, you can let Zims316 know. But a bunch of people responded in the comments to say how they to say how they are actually addicted to the Zins too. This girl says, you do the Zin yourself and put the used soggy Zins back in the container. I don't want him to quit until I get the Dyson with his rewards. Could be worse. I'm using Zin to quit Copenhagen. I don't know. My man made me quit. Yeah, figure out how much spent in years' time, and it was crazy. Yeah, a lot. This stuff is not cheap, and you're spending a lot of money on this addiction. Yeah, KO, the Cheesecake Factory, exactly. But yeah, so here is the BBC talking about the overdose issue that I was alluding to earlier.
Illegal nicotine pouches could be causing teenagers to overdose. Now, that's a warning from experts. The pouches, which are also known as snus, are an alternative to smoking and vaping, which you put under your top lip. The ones you buy legally over the counter genuinely contain between 6 and 20 milligrams of nicotine, while the
6 and 20 milligrams? Okay.
Illegal kind have been found to go up to 150 milligrams.
Ooh,
That's about
gosh.
15 times stronger than an average cigarette
Yeah.
in just one little sachet. Because the products are fairly new, they're genuinely unregulated, and there's no actual law stopping children.
I don't
from
know what
buying
the
them.
limit is
So,
for
experts are concerned of
for
the damage.
nicotine, but I think like 200 milligrams a day would probably be enough to cause you some problems.
That snus is causing to young people, with some users saying that the pouches made them vomit and even made their gums bleed. The government said a new law will stop nicotine products being marketed to children and that it's investing £30 million to enforce it. While trading standards teams in Oxfordshire,
At least they're
Berkshire
trying.
and Dorset have made more than 1,500 seizures in the past year.
Okay, so they have a problem with a bunch of like illegal, like black market, super high. Like the nicotine amount is already astronomically high in this stuff, and they're going to 150. That's nuts. That is nuts to me. But okay, so here's a couple people who are quitting.
Quitting Zens. So recently I stopped doing.
This is Graham Schneider. This is from 4 days ago, talking about how he quit doing
Zens, and I've noticed on social media, like, no one really talks about quitting Zens. They talk about quitting vaping, quitting smoking, but I just want to share my experience and see if I can help literally anyone. So, for starters, the first week I quit was definitely really hard. Today actually marks the week mark.
Definitely the hardest.
I'd say the first 3 days were the hardest by far.
Yep.
My sleep was jacked up. You know, I was
It gets
sweating.
easier
I didn't
though
get
after that.
enough sleep, for that matter, and it was just kind of really affecting me throughout my day because it would be all that I could think about. But I started channeling my energy towards like the gym more. I even went on a run.
That's a good
I went
idea.
to like my apartment pool because here in Nashville, it's like 70 degrees. So that like 70-degree water, or however cold it was freezing, kind of shocked my immune system.
Yeah, 70
back
degrees
into check,
is
and I think that's what you really need when you're trying to quit something like nicotine. That's super addictive.
Lord.
But basically, I'd say one thing that I noticed that I started doing was drinking more, and I don't drink a ton.
That's
like,
not
when
good.
I turned 21.
Okay. All right, guy. Listen, you were a good role model for a second. Now, shush. I found another guy named Steve, and he is quitting too. And he started quitting a while ago. We do have an update on whether he was able to keep quitting. And if you are trying to quit this stuff, there are a lot of methods out there, you know? So if one of them doesn't work for you, try a different. But here's Steve.
Day 20. No Zins and no nicotine. Here's how we're feeling. Anybody that's quit
Steve
before, let me know
Jr.
at what point
on
did
TikTok.
you actually stop feeling all the withdrawal symptoms and just start feeling normal again off the nicotine to where like you didn't even think about it. I'm curious. Let me know in the comments. Tomorrow's gonna be 3 weeks for me. My next big milestone after that's gonna be a month. And I feel like I'm getting close to that point where I'm not thinking about it all day. Maybe once or twice a day I really think about it, but even then it's not nearly as strong of an urge as it used to be. For those of you.
Okay, so to answer his question, for myself personally, you really get over the addiction part pretty quickly. Like after like 2 weeks, you're pretty much done with it, but you're still thinking about it. And not necessarily because you want it or need it, but because however you get nicotine, it becomes such a part of your routine and part of your life that it's just weird doing things without, you know, the cigarette or the dip or whatever.
Who've been following this journey, thanks a lot. Go ahead and let me know what day you tapped in. If you're brand new, if you're trying to quit nicotine as well, follow me and let's do it together. As always, I appreciate all of you, and I'll see you guys tomorrow for week number 3 off the.
That is awesome. I love seeing social media used for positive things, and he is doing that. That was day 20, and that was on September 6th. So let's check in with Steve Kent Jr. and see how he's doing. This is his upload from today.
69 days, no zins, no nicotine, fully sober. Here's how we're feeling. What is your vice? Everybody has them, right? We're all humans. So let me know in the comments, and I'll give you any advice if I know how to help you. Here's what I can tell you about being fully sober and finally letting go of the nicotine. It's all worth it. I promise you guys. Some
100%.
people might say that things in moderation are good. Some people might say that being California
Those
sober is
people
totally
are
fine.
trying to sell
In my
you
opinion,
chemicals.
I'm just glad that I don't rely on any substance to get me through the day or get me through stressful times. If I want to relax, I don't need to do something like drink or take anything else. I'm just glad to be me. And I like the fact that right now, I'm just in control of my thoughts. I'm in control of my actions fully. I mean, it's not an excuse.
KO says, Steve is a workout guy. Oh, okay. So he does fitness content. I got you. KO says, I just switched to 2 milligram gum. I'm having a hard time. Oh, okay. Okay. Trying to quit cigarettes with the 2 milligram gum. That's good. 2 milligrams low, right? I think what do they start at 8 or something like that? That's good. Well, good luck. Good luck on the quitting, because it is a very hard thing to do. She says, I love seeing motivated people fully sober. Yeah, absolutely, absolutely.
Excuse for you to do bad things when you're not sober, but it's just easier for you to say, oh, that wasn't me, or release your inhibitions. I can't even say that with a straight face, but you know what I'm saying. Like, when you're not sober, it's just so easy to make excuses for yourself. It holds you back from pushing for your goals.
And these comment sections are full of excuses.
This isn't my typical video that I make for this series. I just want to be real with you guys and let you know how I feel now that I've let go of these things that were holding me back. I don't think about, oh, am I going to forget about the things that are stressing me out? I don't think like that anymore. I attack things head on, and I love that feeling. I feel like I'm invigorated. It feels like life
you don't need nicotine to get through life events.
Finally happening in front of me. I don't know if that makes any sense to you people. Maybe if you've gone totally sober, you understand what I'm saying. So if you do, please leave a comment. Explain this better than I can right now, but yes, you guys, if you want to try to go sober, I'm telling you right now, I did it cold turkey. The support of this community really helped me. I've tried it many times in the past, but I always fell back. And right now I'm almost at day 70, and I feel like I'm just ready to go to day 700. Thanks a lot to you guys. I really appreciate you. And
that's awesome, dude. Great to hear. So that's Steve Kent Jr. if you need some motivation in your quitting journey. But I thought this guy had some great advice that we could end on here.
You're gonna hate me for saying this. Stop zinning. Stop it. It is not good for you. It is detrimental to your health. You're literally falling for big tobacco. I get it. It feels good. It feels great.
It's just repackaged cigarettes.
It is going to bite you in the ass.
Yep. That's exactly right, my friend. That is the Y guy on TikTok. I don't know where this stuff came from, but I really hope... Yeah, Telegram group. Yeah, I know, right? Oh, Lord. I don't know what he's selling, but I really hope... I hope that he does well with his quitting. Steve Kent Jr. or whatever. But this is crazy because... It was one thing to be addicted to cigarettes and smoking and whatever and trying to quit that, but this stuff is so much more powerful than cigarettes, and there's so much more nicotine concentrated in it that it's just like I don't know. I don't see how they could justify this as being a safe alternative for anything. Because it's definitely going to cause, I'm no scientist, you know, I don't want Zyn to sue me, but I'm assuming that it's going to cause the same or similar ailments as other nicotine products do that you put in your mouth and whatever, let them sit there and rot your jaw. But, yeah, gross. So, yeah, definitely if you have teenagers, watch out for the Zyn, because apparently high school kids are doing it. Yeah, yeah, exactly. I don't know. It's hard to tell kids not to do something that they enjoy, because they are going to look at adults and be like, you're stupid, you don't know anything. I feel bad for parents that are dealing with this, and I feel bad for teachers that are dealing with this, because it's even worse than vaping, because at least with vaping, you know, it's pretty obvious when someone's doing it, and this is not so much. So, you know, unless they saw them put it in their mouth, you really don't know who's doing it and who isn't. KO says they smoked there. Oh, I loved being in Greece and Tunisia. They smoked there, and I would sniff the air. Oh, that's funny. Yeah, dude, it's hard. It's hard being around it when you're trying to quit nicotine, but definitely, I wish you luck in that, Crooked Orchids. It is so hard to quit. So I hope the 2 milligram gum works out for you. But yeah, definitely keep an eye out. If you got high school kids, college kids in your life, tell them not to do the stupid Zyn. And yeah, I don't know if you have any more helpful ways to quit nicotine, you want to leave that in the comments. Definitely do that. Yeah, I think that's about it. So I appreciate y'all watching. Thanks for hanging out. Black Magic says, I'm here too, KO. Just finishing up some work, so I'm not commenting. Hey, that's okay, my man. I appreciate you being here. Thanks for having us on at work. But yeah. Hope you guys have a great week, and tell your family that you love them, and I will catch y'all again on Friday for the extras. Peace.